Live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Hello, Tom and Ruth, Tim Dziak. Yeah, you were early. I was supposed to go on at 9:15 if you're here still. But happy Father's Weekend to all the fathers. Hello, Tim Dziak. And happy Father's Day, Tim says. All right, I'm all caught up and I'm here. Hopefully, I didn't miss everybody already. And we're live 37 seconds. Yeah, so I thought I'd do another live stream. I did okay last night, but I'm keep on getting these. Cannot monetize this thing they send me. Anyhow, I thought I'd go ahead and go live now. Since I've seen a couple of you in here, but people come and go. Anyway, today or tomorrow is Father's Day. At the SM City today, they said Father's Day weekend, because they're going to celebrate. And they had a little bit of a old car show, and I guess they're going to have some rides around for fathers and sons and daughters and stuff to get on there in the big sky place out back, because it was right inside there that they had a small car show and bike show and toy show. It's a four-wheeler, some pretty good size four-wheeler. Actually, probably 200 cc's. That's big for here. I used to ride around on a 600cc back home on the mountains. But anyway, yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody out there, and glad you came and joined me. So we went to the SM City today, and while Betty was doing something, I went walking around and I found that place and I said, "Hey, let's make a good thumbnail for tonight's live stream on the So I put it up there. I ought to talk about my father and Father's Day and all that good stuff. I had probably the best father there ever was, and still is, because he turns 80 in August. I'm not going to be home for his 80th birthday, and I hate it. But he understands and everything. And I got a birthday / Father's Day gift right here. Betty bought it from me from Lazada or Shopee or somewhere. But she's tired of seeing me lean my phone up against everything. So you just hook your phone in this thing right here, like that, and it's got a little kickstand, and I can look at it that way, or I can turn it this way and look at it that way. I thought that was cool, and I need something like that. And I can take it with me anywhere because it's real small, just folds right back up. They had airplanes over on SM. That's cool. I wish I'd have seen that. But no, we went to San Fernando. And in San Fernando, they had cars, motorcycles, and toys out there for the Father's Day people. Pretty cool. Yeah, I was talking about Dad. Yeah, in 25th of August, he turns 80. Wow. That makes me feel old. And I just turned 59, so I'm young, but makes me feel old. My dad's 80. But Dad was in the early part of Vietnam. Betty's here. Good evening, everyone, from Betty. I'm glad she's here. Yeah, I thought I'd do a Father's Day video because I had such a great father growing up. And my siblings know that's true. And he's still, the greatest father. I've never seen anybody had a dad as good as him. Hello to Betty from Tim Dziak. Happy Father's Day from all from Betty. But yeah, guys, so what are your plans for Father's Day? What are you going to do tomorrow for Father's Day? I don't know what the weather's supposed to be like, but, it's going to probably rain sometime during the day. It's rainy season. You can tell it. It rained today really hard for about 15 minutes and then it stopped and it got hot again. Uh, yeah, I had to wait. We went into the mall today and I had to wait like 10 minutes for the for the car to cool off when I come back out so I could get in the daggone thing. It was so dang hot. You wouldn't believe it. But yeah, I couldn't believe how hot it was. And it did. It took a good 10 minutes before it cooled off enough so I could crawl in that thing. I'm going to have to get me one of those reflective windshield covers. That might help a little bit, but I don't think it'll help too much. But I see people using them. And I used to have one back home in my other car, but I don't use them. Your father would have been 99 this year, World War II Marine Corps. Cool. Yeah. So he was like 19 years older than my father. So he was working on 100 this year. How long did he live? Did he make it to his 90s, 80s, 70s? Bet he just lost our father. Everybody knows that though. He was 70. He made it to 70. I always thought I'd be dead by now, so I feel kind of lucky that I'm still with you guys, you know. Anyway, we thought we'd do another live stream and celebrate the Father's Day. And I won't be on here too long. I just wanted to Guadalcanal. That's when he died. Did he die in Guadalcanal, or did he come back home and died at old age? It's MDs, yeah, because I know the history of Guadalcanal. 64. Okay. So he didn't get on up there. Dad's lucky, but Dad lived right. He was in the Navy. He wasn't in the Marine Corps he was in the Navy in the early part of Vietnam in the early 60s. And then he got out, I think. I don't remember exactly when he got out, but it was the early part of Vietnam before the Tet and all that stuff. He was on a boat in Vietnam. They used to body bag people up its river and stuff. He didn't talk too much about it, but he sure took care of his family whenever he come home, and never did any cussing at us or anything like that. He was just calm. So I can't blame any of my bad deeds on my dad because he sure did try to make me do the right things. It was just me doing what I want to do, I guess. We got 4 million in here. I have 4 people. I guess one of them's Tim Desiak, and one of them is my wife, and the other 2, I don't know. They ain't said nothing yet. Anyway, so they was having this car show, motorcycle show, and toy show for the Father's Weekend thing over there, and I think they were letting the fathers ride for free with their kids. You know, I get sure they had to pay for the kids, but on the rides out back at the big fair they get going out there, they call it Sky Ranch. That's what it is. They call that place the Sky Ranch out there, but it ain't much to it. But they do got the big giant Ferris wheel, and they've got a few rides that you could ride out there, and some go-karts and stuff like that. It's not that bad. It's probably worth having a little bit of fun with your kids, and closest place around. I also seen some new restaurants open. They got Chili's now at the San Fernando SM City. We went and seen it. And me and Betty, we went and ate at Army Navy. Burritos, and I forget what the other one, how they say that. Anyway, I ate the steak sandwich there with sauteed onions, and it was really good. I recommend it. And they had the onion rings. The onion rings were just about perfect, and you don't find that a lot anymore. Used to eat them at. I used to eat back home onion rings at the Sonic. Those were pretty good, and A&W had some pretty good onion rings. Yeah, Army Navy, but it's Army Navy burritos and something else. Pretty good food. I think Betty liked her food there too. She ate chicken and rice. Yeah, Army Navy something burritos. I forget what was it? Tacos and burritos, or I don't know. I forget. But the Army Navy was good food, and I have to give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I mean, they had some really good onion rings there at Army Navy. I enjoyed that, and it was a good portion too. And the steak sandwich, it's not a Philly cheese sandwich, but it's kind of like one. It's not exactly like one, but it was really good, and it was plenty of it, so I was satisfied with it. It's a little bit more expensive at the Army Navy restaurant, but I enjoyed it. I don't eat out much. We usually eat here at home. Unless I go to Walking Street, which I have to on the 30th, by the way, Tim. I'll be up that way on the 30th if you're about. I got some early appointments at the doctor's up there in Clark on the 30th, and then the rest of the day I'll be either headed back home or hanging around the area up there if it ain't blistering rain down on me. Probably go up and see Eric and them at Poppy's Bar and Chill, see how they're doing. I like those guys, and they do some pretty good food. They have some pretty good food there if you order the right thing. Their burgers are good, and their steaks are good. I guess I haven't had a complaint yet. I want to try that buffalo sandwich they got, the buffalo wing sandwich that they got going on there. That'll be cool. Yeah, I'll be up there on the 30th. Of course, early in the morning, I got appointments at 8, 9, something like that, 10. But by lunchtime, I'll be done with everything. And if you're around, Tim, we'll get together and have lunch or something, whatever you want to do. Maybe there'll be something going on that day. I don't know what day the 30th is. Yeah, Chili's. Yeah, we found Chili's. It's brand new Chili's in the mall there at SM City, San Fernando. And just like back home, I looked at it, that's just like Chili's back home. And I imagine it's, anyway, that's the next one we're going to try, maybe next month whenever we go to San Fernando. We don't go out that very often to eat or anything because Betty's a really good cook and I enjoy her cooking. But the next time, yeah, we're going to go and okay, yeah, unless it's raining, man. But if it's not raining, yeah, we can do lunch or somewhere. Don't matter where. We can go up to the VFW if you want to. I haven't really. Yeah, I did. I ate that turkey dinner, but I didn't think too much of it really. But I did get those turkey dinners that weekend. Anyway, we'll do something. If you think of something you want to do, we'll do that, and I'll do another interview with you and talk about some different things that me and you've experienced since we've met up. I got a whole different line of questioning, not questioning, but questions to ask you about things here in the Philippines because you've been here so long. I want to get your perspective on some of these things that people say do, all that stuff. You like the VFW for lunch? That sounds good to me. Then that's what we'll do. If it's not pouring down rain, and if it's not suspected to be pouring down rain at lunchtime. And I think I'll probably be there. I'm probably going to be done with my appointments at least by 11. So by then I'll be probably ready to eat something. I think uh, yeah. I mean, I've just got to go to the medical center on Clark there at 8 o'clock, and then I think the other place is right next to the first place for a exam, physical that I have to do, and get that over with for the year. I have to do an echocardiogram sometime this year, or I might wait till I go back to the States because I'm going to go next year. This time of the year, I'm going to go back uh, home for about 3 or 4 months. I would have went home for Dad's birthday. And happy Father's Day, Dad, if you see this. I would have went home for Dad's birthday party. They're going to throw a big wing ding for him because he's turning 80. But I checked with immigration, and since I'm on a probation, they told me flat out, well, since I'm on a probation uh, visa, 13A visa, the whole year that I'm on that probation, you're not supposed to leave the country. Now, there's some people told me that they got away with it, leaving the country, come back, and everything was just fine. They didn't have to repay everything. But I've heard people that did not get away with it also. So you never know, and I don't want to give up the money I already put out in it. Let's see, make sure you do your lab work down a few days before your appointments. Well, it's really a different kind of appointment than that. And yeah, I always do, and get the results before my appointment comes up. But yeah, I get a fasting lab right here in town, and then I'll take it with me over there to Clark. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, what was I saying? I forget. Anyway, yeah, I was really hoping to be home for Dad's birthday this year in August, but because he turns 80 and all, it's a one time thing. But hey, I'll clean these glasses because I can't see out of them. But hey, that's just the way it went. And I talked to him about it. He understands and everything. And so does Mom and my sister and brother that I can't be there. Because I don't want to blow my 13A and have to start all over, and that'll be another year of probation. So I'm going to go ahead and just wait till I get, I think by November at the latest, I should have it in my possession. And then at the first of the year, re-upping my uh, ICR card, or whatever you call it, my little card, getting it up to date. And then I believe this time next year, I'll just head home for probably about 2 to 3 months because I've got to take care of some business. I've got some land that I need to get rid of, and I got some that I need to get cleaned up. Really, some places I need to get cleaned up. Some of my possessions that are at one of my friend's house I need to get with. There's Betty. She's doing the heart shape, and then I'll be good to go when I come back next year. Is when I'm probably going to start our house. I'm paying for the land right now for this year, and then next year when I come back, I will have disposed of some of my properties and belongings back home. Also, my land will be paid off, and so it'll be time to start the build. And I'm going to put that all on YouTube so everybody can see it as it happens. That was my, yeah, we'll be LDR again for a couple 3 months. Anyway, I get all that done. I'll be back however long it takes. It might take a little longer. It might take a little less. And get some things situated with the family and stuff. Back home, Dad and Mom, they're getting up there. Of course, like I say, he's turning 80, and she's right behind him, 77 this year. Yeah, in December. 77, let me see. She's 17 years older than me. So, yeah, December she'll be 77. And She's not in as good of health as Dad is. Oh yeah, I'll have enough. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna liquidate some stuff back home that I own, and I'll have enough. And I'm gonna be the foreman of it anyway. That's what I did for a living for many years after I left the Marine Corps, and while I was in the Marine Corps, that was my job, combat engineering. And that's what I did is build in the group and in the in division. I was demolitionist, but I also built a little in the division. That's where I got my journeyman's license, and when I got out, I got my contractor license. Yeah, if we win the lotto, I just you can bank on it. Going up early, but yeah, I'll have enough money by the time I get back and things settled in the states. Now, I did a lot of liquidation when I was there, or before I came this time too. But I have, of course, paid for visas, bought cars and a car and a motorcycle and household goods and all that stuff. You spend a lot of money here before you know it, and the land, it's affordable. The way I'm getting it done, I paid a pretty good down payment, and by a year's time, it'll be over with, and then I'll probably start building before then. I'm probably going to put up a fence first, get my fence up and my foundation in, maybe a couple walls, and then a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Might take me about 6 months to a year to get it done. If I hit the rainy season, it takes a little longer. But yeah, I'll plan it out. We'll do sections and stages of the build. I've already got it drawn up. I'm liking it. I like this thing that Betty got me, though. I guess I already showed it to you guys, but ain't that cool? Hold my phone, and then it folds up. This thing folds back down, and it just stick right there in your top pocket. You need it, you get out there, and you just see how much of hardly anything it is you need it, but when you need it, you just fold that back down. It pops right in place like that, and it sits like that, and it spreads out in the front as wide as you need it to be. Well, that wide right there, that's pretty good for a phone. So I can put my phone on there sideways, which I'm doing right now, and it'll just sit there. And yeah, I really like that little thing. That's probably the best gift I've ever got for my birthday in a very long time. Except for one time somebody gave me a Harley Davidson. That was pretty cool. Long time ago. And they had plenty of them. That was your birthday gift. What did you get me for Father's Day there, Mama? Put her on the spot. Yeah, what did I get for Father's Day? But I wish everybody a great Father's Day. I hope you do have one. Uh, they say I had pretty fun today at the mall, but I realized I need to put my 10,000 steps in every day, or I'm not never going to get back to where I was when I come over, because I had lost some weight, and I walked every day, and I did a lot of this and that. And I'm going to I'm going to get right back into that 10,000 step thing. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Tim. Yeah, I could see, look, and it's sturdy too. It just sits right on there. I dropped it. I like this thing though. Yeah, I could put me a little rubber band around it if I'm going live and go vertical with it. It'll be pretty cool. So did Betty ever tell me what my Father's Day gift is? she she hadn't thought about it. My house is going to be full of estrogen tomorrow. A lot of women over there, huh? Well, maybe they'll cook you something really good, and you'll be able to eat real good there. Yeah. Tim, man, you're the only faithful one here. Really, I know somebody else is here, but I ain't seen Tom said something up there. And then I guess he went to bed or something. He probably an early sleeper. And man, I appreciate you coming by though. The notifications go out. It's just they're not used to me doing live stream yet. Haven't done a lot of them lately. I got in here about 9 o'clock. It's about 30 minutes. No, coming up on 30 minutes. I'm gonna try to make it an hour, but don't have a lot to talk about besides. Over there at the shows, the cars that they had there, they had an old Beetle Bug there that looks like it'd been restored to brand new, and a Beetle truck. If you ever seen a Beetle truck, or not a Beetle truck, a Volkswagen truck, and a Carmen Ghia. They had an old, I think it was a '79 Ford Fairlane or 670, 76 maybe. The little boxes ones. They weren't really big, but it had the black leather seats in it. It was a really nice car. And they had some race cars there. Some of those drag, not drags, but the drifter cars. Let me see what you say. Uh-oh. Get to smell all that good stuff. The washing hair and cutting hair and all that good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, they had all that. They had those Volkswagens in there and those Fords in there. And they had a Ford truck that was a race truck. It had the high back racing things with the strap on it whenever you get in there, your helmet. It's got that thing and you lock in. But man, some of those drifter cars were cool too. But all of them had the racing seats in them around there. And then they had some motorcycles there. I like motorcycles a lot. But I'm going to have a video on it. I went ahead and I'll probably just do a premiere on it tomorrow or something. On the a little show they had. It's not but about 10 minutes of show, but it's got some good, cool cars in it. Yeah, I need to get some trims going on here. Look at all this mess. I don't know. I don't like to because once you trim the sides, nothing grows even out again. And whenever it gets the right length that you like it, this will be shorter than this. But if I leave it the way it is right now, it's just going to look bad, scraggly, and all that stuff. So I don't know. It's been about a year since I cut it, so I'm probably going to go ahead and whack it. The sides anyway. And get it looking. I get myself looking a little bit decent, a little bit more decent. I don't know. Looking all scraggly. I'm noticing that on my videos. But yeah, I'm going to make a video about the Father's Day cars and all the stuff that, if you see my thumbnail, it's actually going to be the thumbnail for it too. And I'll probably just make a premiere after 1 o'clock tomorrow sometime. Yeah, I'm thinking a late premiere. Just edit it tonight and get it scheduled for a premiere sometime tomorrow. I don't have as many viewers as I should have when I have been consistent for a year and posting my long form videos at the same time every other day for the last 6 months. Before that, it was every day, 6 a.m. and can't figure it out. Some people like some of it and some people don't. I don't know. Or not like it. They just don't watch it. Like some days I get 1,000 views or 700, 800 views. And then for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it'll go on 40, 50, 70, 90. No consistency on my watches on my long form. Of course, my short form's probably not helping it any. But I do pretty well on that. Oh yeah, and another thing tomorrow is going to happen. I shouldn't say it's going to happen, but it probably will happen sometime tomorrow, guys. I'm going to hit 10,000 subscribers, and I will do a community post for that, or maybe a short and a community post for that. But yeah, I'm going to hit 10,000 subscribers probably tomorrow, which I'm amazed. I can't believe I got that many subscribers. But it's all because of the shorts. So I'm not going to down the shorts, even though, and I don't do this for money anyway. You know that. Uh, Tim, everybody says you're supposed to be making money on this. Well, I don't make much money at all. I think I've had one paycheck the whole year, and I'm not even busting bank on it. It's like $129. And then next time they pay me, it'll be when I bust that 100 mark again in that month time. So you never know. You don't make much money, and it's not for me to really. It's not really. It's not my goals to make a bunch of money. But I learned a little. I'm learning more and more, and eventually maybe I will make a few $100 a month. I think about every 6 months or so I make $100, something like that, and that's the truth. Uh, Subscribers don't get you AdSense payday. Sounds like you're killing yourself in there, Mama. Huh? We can hear you coughing in here. Sorry. Are you all right? Yeah. She got choked. It sounded like. You want me to come in there and help you? No, okay. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I can, Tim. Yeah, but thanks. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna bust 10,000 mark sometime. It might be tomorrow night, midnight, but it's gonna be on Father's Day. I can tell you that. Let's see what I got right now. I'm not sure, but we're gonna look, see what I got. We'll figure that out here in a minute. Figure it out. So I have, yeah, 9,945 subscribers. Oh, you can't see it. 9,945 subscribers right now. So 55, I should be able to put 55 in the bank or on the thing by sometime tomorrow. If it's sooner, then my premiere, I'll just add that to my thumbnail. If it's not, then I'll just put it on a community tab and run a short with it. I'm just gonna cut up a bunch of screenshots and make them count up, stuff like that. Let's see. Yeah, if I made that, but I don't. if I made that enough to pay for my internet, it would be worth it. Yeah, but I don't. And we use the internet for everything else too. So you just hit 100,000 views there, Tim. Is that what you're saying? Is that's a milestone? Every time you do something like that, it's a milestone. I think I'm getting close to 3 million now, but like I say, I'm getting close to 10,000 too. Oh, I'm gonna go down and see Barry down in South Manila there near Tagaytay. He's in Alfonso down there, and Trace Martins is the capital of the township that I see. What is that called? I can't think of it. But anyway, I'm gonna go down and see Barry. He's a really cool guy. He's 80 years old. He's about like my dad. We're gonna go down next month and spend a couple of days down there, and I'm gonna help him out. You know, kind of like I did you, Tim, on the shorts. You know, he's having a hard time doing what I told him to do. He just doesn't know exactly what to do. So I'm going to go down there and help him out, get him started on his shorts. But you know, they changed the monetized thing, and you get monetized at 500 subscribers. So he's eligible for that, I guess. I don't know how many. He's got plenty of videos, so but I don't know how many watch hours. You got to have 3,000 watch hours to get that. But that helps you out, and to start like that, and you're getting towards your. I think it's a good idea that they're doing that, but they can't get AdSense until they make the 1,000 and the 4,000 watch hours. So you got 100,000 views. Most of yours is probably on. Most of your views is probably on long form content, which is great. That's what counts on the, paying you back for it. But I hope in some way I helped you on those shorts so that you could get a few more views and subscribers. And they helped me out a lot to get my views and subscribers up. Now I might niche down and do less. Well, I actually have. I might niche down to my houses, my mine and Betty's language lessons, and our different series around the house and stuff, and walkie-talkie stuff like that. And then, not do so much unless I'm traveling. I'm going to do videos on when I'm traveling, but my main, if you'll look at it right now, my main niche now is building houses in the Philippines, and I'm going to continue to cover that. Let's see. Cool, man. That's cool, Tim. I haven't been watching what you got right now, but is the shorts helping you out any of the way I told you to do them? Or I don't know. Let me know about that. The shorts do not help a lot of things. They don't help your watch time a lot of times because they don't go towards watch time. But they are views, so they do count on views. And they do count on subscribers, how many subscribers you got to have, they count on that. So I think if you just keep doing what you're doing, because I've been watching your shorts and they're a lot better than even mine. Building and cats. Yeah, cats. Cats been down lately. Well, that's good. That's good, Tim. Helping your views. Yeah. Yeah, my cats have been failing me lately. They're not doing as well as they used to. But hey, Jollibee's still in there. I go to Jollibee, I take a video. Today we went to a donut shop, man. What's the name of the donut place we go to? Dunkin' Donuts, and they had this mascot out there. What was the name of it? Anyway, it's some lady who looked like dressed up in old timey clothes, and it said Dunkin' Donuts all over it. Had the big head, the big mask head over it. Anyway, that'll be on there too because, that's going to be one of my shorts too because Betty got up there and wanted me to. I got a picture of Betty with the mascot. The cats on your street are hiding. You don't have to do cats, man. You got all those great videos of history. You can put pieces of those in your shorts, 15 seconds, 20 seconds long. And I think those will do good too. You got to get your time. You got to investigate, what shorts do good at what time of day and stuff like that for you. And that's when you need to really post them if you want to see anything on them. Oh, we got lots of cats here because of food, the leftovers she puts out there. Hey, we'll bring you some cats if you want some, Tim. I'll put a trap up outside and we'll trap some cats and we'll bring them right to your front door. What do you think about that? You can have all the cats you want. We don't mind. Is that right, Mama? Yeah. We just collect a bunch of cats around here for you because there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. It's strange. We had a chicken on the. I guess you probably seen. We had a we had a chicken, a small chicken, in my garage with my car, and I took a video of it, and I had to chase it around back and forth before I could get it on video. The imported cats is not there anymore. Oh yeah, and I noticed something else, Tim. That it's the algorithm's changing. The what cat? The imported cat. I noticed a little bit of something. It takes my videos a couple days to take off now, but they still take off. Sometimes they'll go right away. Very rarely now. Lately, it's been, you don't need or want any more cats. Come on, man, you can take a few of these. But yeah, the shorts have the algorithm changed a little bit, and instead of taking off right whenever you post it, sometimes it does. Just rare. Like we had one. I had one I put on a while ago about. I put the music "Who Let the Dogs Out" on it, and it did pretty good, but it didn't catch a sound page. And if they don't catch a sound page, you can look on your analytics to see if you do catch a sound page. If you don't catch a sound page, they'll only go so high, and then they'll go flat. But some of them, like I've got that. I've got one on here that is a 3 month old, 3 or 4 or 5 months. I don't know. Let me find it right quick. Yeah, I've got one here that is. Let's find it before I say anything, because I might say the wrong thing, wrong information. But I've got one that's done very well, and it's a short, and it's done. Oh yeah, it's one of them. It's one of those Jollibee ones. But yeah, it's at 58,757. It's my best one ever. And you see the curve on it there? It's got a really good curve, so it's going to continue on. But it's been on for 1 month. 1 month ago. So for a whole month, it did pretty good at first, and then it stopped, and now it took off again. But it's on the sound page, like I was telling you. If you go on the sound page, if you get picked up on the sound page that you use their music, you don't always get picked up on sound pages because they don't. It doesn't do that well. It's not that good a video, or it's not. The sound page is full. If the sound page is full, don't use that music. But you can tell if the sound page is full because there won't be no. When you scroll all the way down the bottom, there won't be no space down there. It'll be speed line all the way across, and it stops moving. So if they don't pick up your video on the sound page, usually you won't get that extra push. But that video right there has got the extra push. And 1 month ago I put it in, it's almost at 60,000. See? In just over a year. But then you got some that's getting in the thousands now since you started doing the little stuff I told you to do. I think you do. I think I looked one day and it looked like you was doing pretty good on those shorts. And you get the views and you get the probably subscribers from it too. I don't know. You can tell. Anyway, I like to get down there and help Barry out and get his subscriber count up and his watch time. Not watch time, watch views up too. It helps your views too. And, they send you little awards when you get to certain things. That 100,000, they'll probably send you in YouTube. They'll probably send you an email that says, "Hey, you made 100,000." That's great, man. I'm glad. Of that. So you'll be getting there pretty soon. And your videos speak for themselves. I hope you do some live streams again one day. I'm going to start. Well, this is my third night in a row doing live streams. Nobody does live streams this time of night. I probably need to change that too. Scott in the world as I see it. Hello, BT and Betty. Hello, Scott. But yeah, Father's Day, Father's Day, Father's Day. Anyway, yeah, so Tim, glad for you, man. I'm glad I could help you out in any way. I'm glad to help anybody out that, that I can. Old Barry, I'm going to go down and help old Barry out whenever I get a payday next month. We'll take off driving down south of Manila. What is that place down there called? Where Chase Martins and Alfonso. I can't think of the name of it. Thought maybe Betty. No, tell me. Hello to Scott from Tim DZ. Hello, Tim, right back. Yeah, so Father's Day. Father's Day. Let me get back to Father's Day right quick. I wish all you guys happy Father's Day. And Kavite, that's it is. She got it. She got it. I know she's coming to help me. And Tim was right behind her. So Cavite, yeah, we're gonna go down to Cavite and see Barry in the PI. Good old feller from back home, and he's lived around, and he's lived here a long time too. Like you have Tim. He's 80, and me and him started talking when I first met him down in town, and it's like we were brothers. Even like him, my older brother or something. He done a lot of things I've done too. And so he said, "Come on up and help him out on these shorts a little bit." He gonna put us up, so I'm going. Uh, Maybe be a little cooler down there. I doubt it. He lives in Alfonso. I don't think that's up on the mountain. But I like to go see Taal volcano while I'm down that way. If it's not erupting real bad or nothing, I like to get close as I can, get some video of that, and maybe visit a part of or two of Batangas down that way. Stay on the beach for a day or two, me and Betty, and hit the ocean a little bit. Okay, Father's Day. Yeah, so that thing's going on tomorrow at San Fernando. And you I'm imagining tonight too. I'm thinking I want to go to Peria tomorrow. Tomorrow night, go out to Peria and take Betty out to Peria. Last year we went to Peria every now and then they were here for like 3 months. I guess they're going to be here probably the same amount of time. But yeah, I like to go out and go to Peria and play the little games, do some bingo. But I don't ride the rides. I'm done with the rides. I rode that ride last year, about killed me. They call it the Viking. It's a ship that goes like, meow, 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 meow. Yeah, I'm done with that. That's not going to ever happen again. Used to I could get on those things, that same exact thing back home, Six Flags or something. It wouldn't bother me at all. But I think I've got to a certain point in my life that my body said, no, that's enough for you, buddy. So I'm not going to be getting on no more rides anytime soon, nor no time in the future. I got 5 million people in here. 5 people in here in one shot. That's cool. Scott, where are you from, buddy? I'm probably, where else? I seen you somewhere, some room somewhere. But I forget where. And I'm not good with names. If I see your face and I know you already, which I did see your face right there, but I can't remember. Anyway. Yeah. Well, they can go reverse. They're supposed to go forward. They got to get out the pier somehow. Usually a tugboat takes them out, the big ones, though. Oh, yeah, George and Heidi. Yeah, I do. That's where it is. Scott, that's where else I see it. That's exactly where it is. And George and Heidi. Yeah, they give advice out. I don't do that here. I mean, if you ask me something and I know anything about it, I'll tell you. But they cover advice and how to do this and that, and everything changes so much over here. I'd be afraid to tell somebody what's right and what's wrong. In Maryland, oh, MD, cool. That's cool. You coming to stay or visit there, Scott? I mean, I don't mind telling people what I know, but I have to tell you, man, things change so fast. It's hard for me to acknowledge giving out too much advice on anything coming over here because you can go one day to the immigration and everything will be fine, and then overnight, that somebody changed something in it, and that's how they're going to do it. The next time you go, it's not going to work out. But if it's getting a lot better, and everything around here is getting better, I think it is anyway. So where are you going to be staying at there, Scott? When you come over, are you coming to stay? Are you are you gonna live anywhere in that round here? It'd be cool to meet you and stuff like that when you get here. So coming over in December. Well, that's a good time to come. That's whenever all the celebration goes on around here. Have you been here before or anything like that? Okay. You coming to visit for 2 more times. So how many times you been here? Then in retirement there. I might have missed it. And that's cool, man. Everybody should do that. Always visit where you're gonna go retire for a little while before you decide to buckle down on it. There's a lot of good places. You got thousands of islands here that you can choose to live on. For sure. Thousands of islands. Sometimes you don't want to live on those islands though, because some of them they only there whenever it's low tide. So you'd have to move out by the time high tide come out or swim. But yeah, some of these islands that they got the thousands of islands. Some of them you see for about 12 hours, and then the next 12 hours they're gone. It's funny, but yeah, if you're coming over, just do your own investigation. If you have any questions, though, I'd be happy to answer them about anything that And if I don't know, I'll tell you. I had a little bit of problems whenever I was doing visa, doing my 13A, set up my 13A and everything like that. I was trying to help Heidi and George, on that, but they had all the answers, so I just quit doing that. Cool. I was here in the 80s, 90s in Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. I like the Philippines the best. It's just easier there. Well, it is. You got language here a little better. You got more English speaking people. We do a language lesson. Me and Betty do. It helps people that's coming over, with phrases, stuff like that. You got to check that playlist out. It's language lessons. We'll usually, whenever we're driving to San Fernando, we'll set up the camera and do language lessons that have phrases. And the first of them, I think we got about 30 of them, but the first of them are just words and stuff like that help you out day to day. And then lately we've been doing phrases, so they're pretty cool too. And you don't have to learn the language here, but it helps you out in some of the things that we cover. So yeah, I was here in the 80s and 90s. I was here for Pinatubo. I did that live stream last night about Pinatubo. I was here for Pinatubo in the Marine Corps and Station Dito in Subic. Yeah, the tide is part of the tourism industry. Makes you travel more. That's true, man. But thousands of islands. Instead of 11,000 islands, all of a sudden you got 5,000 islands, and they're all tidal. The ones that are not there anymore. But wait a little while, and they'll be right back. But yeah, Cambodia. I've been to Cambodia. Yeah, when I was in Thailand, we trained in the Cobra Gold in the '80s. I was on a Westpac in '88, and we went to Thailand and trained with the Marines there, and also went into Cambodia while we were there. I don't think we were supposed to be there, but the captain, I think, took a wrong azimuth with his compass, and that's where we wound up. And those guys were still fighting back then, and had been, for a long time over in Cambodia. They had a little civil unrest. But yeah, I was here back then, and I was here during Mount Pinatubo eruption, and I drove a D9 for a while when that was going on. I did a lot of guard duty. I had a lot of projects in the Philippines before that on bases I had guard duty in Clark. I had I had built a whole slew of guard towers, and some of them still standing today on Subic. I've been down there, but I don't see any on Clark that we built back then. Uh, they may have demolished them. The ones on Subic, some of them are in ill repair, but they're still there. And I did videos on that too. But I visited. I did some of my bucket list stuff. I visited the old meth camp, Mao camp up there, and just jungle environmental survival training and all that good stuff. Who we got here? Mars, sorry store. Hey, how are you? I don't know why I'm doing a live stream this late. Usually I'm in bed. But thanks for coming by, Mars. I'll try to get by more often to yours when I see them. Usually we have different times. I watch you a lot, but usually in the background. I was in satellite communications. I just got monetized yesterday. Cool, Scott. Satellite communications. I want to tell you a little story about that. Over there at if you do watch some of my videos, there's a video. Just I don't know what's the name of it, but it's when I was in Subic last year, and over there where the Upper Mao camp is, or Upper Meth after that. If you go on through, take a left and going up the hill there in the jungle area, there is that satellite station place. I wonder if you worked there before. And that's what it is. It's a big satellite communications place up there on top of the hill. And you can't just anybody just drive in there. It's guarded pretty heavy. And I know because I tried. And I'm glad you're monetized. Do a few live streams, send us some notifications. I need to start getting over to Mars, and when I finally see them, they're already done. But I used to go, and we've been so busy lately, death in the family and all that. I haven't been visiting many people at all. There you go. Mars said hello to you, Scott. She's got a channel. I've known Mars for a very long time, way back, and she used to be OFW. Now she's back home, but she's got a sorry store channel that she turns the camera on and does. It's pretty cool to go look at. If you guys get a chance, go out there and check out Mars. Good person. And let's see what's going on here. Hello, Tim Deziak. Yeah, Mars is a good person. She's just recently, the last year or so, come back home from Kuwait when she was OFW for many years. And I used to watch her there. She'd get on, do videos, and her and her friend. And then she's come back home now. So you got to check her out. She runs that sorry store and keeps the camera running. It's pretty cool. Timmy's another one you need to watch, everybody. Timmy's Stories vlog. Thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. I got 4 million, 4 or 5 million people in here. Thanks for coming back, Tim. Bye, Timmy. Timmy's not monetized. She's got a good channel too. You guys check out Timmy if you get a chance to. And Tim Deziak and everybody in here, get together. Scott just got monetized. You guys got to go check out Scott. I'm going to check out Scott. I'm sorry that I haven't yet. Like I said, I've been away from some of the live streams because I don't. And I don't. Like I said, I don't like giving advice unless I know exactly what you're talking about. If you do come over though, or when you do come over here, Scott, I hope you get to. I hope you get to travel around and find the place that's for you, because there's so much that I couldn't even begin to tell you where to start at. So I don't know what your plans are. You're going to come to English City and stay, because that's where the antics are in English City, and that's where Tim Deziak is. Let's see. TV Stories saying hello. Let's see. Mars saying it right back, and anyway, yeah, guys, check each other out. Mars does that live stream from her sorry store. She's a good person, and she's a good one to go visit. She'll come and visit you too, like she's here right now. And I haven't been over there in a long time. I need to go see her channel again. Put myself back in there. Yeah, a lot to see, man. Did you work up there on where I was talking about in Subic at the satellite communications place? Because they got a big one up there right now that the Filipinos took over. And I know part of it was there then, Scott. So I was just wondering if you worked up there back then. I was stationed Dito here and in Okinawa. The last time before, when Mount Pinatubo blew up, I was sent back to Okinawa because I was stationed here on temporary additional duty, and it wound up being a long time additional duty. And then the first time in 87, 88, 87. Anyway, back then I was here on a Westpac, and then I came back now. So I guess I've been here this time for a year and going on a year and a half. So year and a half, and my time at 80, 89, 90, 91, Mount Tubo erupted, and I mean, so 5 years in country, probably over 4 years something, 5 years something in country overall. But it was so spread out but I'm gonna tell you what, the culture hasn't really changed, man. You was in Subic, so you were probably up there where I'm talking about. If you go back and look at some of my videos on Jess training, they're both all right there together. You'll see that satellite place up on the hill there. I don't know if you were there. Then you went to South Korea. Okay, I've been to South Korea too. About froze to death there one time. in a lay bed, a big old sandstone riverbed. The wind blew so hard and it was so cold, I thought I was going to turn into an icicle. Betty said, hello, Mars. Good to see you. Glad you stopped by. I got my hour in. But I'll stay as long as you want to. I was just talking about Father's Day, and I hope your fathers are all, doing well. Betty lost her father, but I think he's okay where he's at now. And my father turns 80 in August. And we're on the 40-day thing now, so You got the 9 and the 40 and all that stuff. I know you Filipinos and all that. And Betty says hello to Timmy. Glad Timmy's in here. Timmy goes everywhere. Mostly I see Timmy in Bruce's live stream. I see Timmy there, and if I see her vlogs and stuff, I'm already in the bed, or I see it the next morning when I get up. Is what it is, and it's already too late to check her out. But I'll check you out, Timmy, just as soon as I get a chance to, and I'm still up and stuff. I'm old. I go to bed early. Oh, but I go to Bruce's as much as I can too. I like Bruce and MK, and I'm thinking this is too late at night to have one because I don't get a lot of viewers. But I was trying to, just not step on anybody's toes that I know and not have a live stream at the same time they're having a live stream. But it looks like I'm probably going to have to get any views on my live streams. I'm probably going to go ahead and do it at the same time. Hey, I'll get a different crowd anyway. I don't got the crowd some of these guys got. I don't do the same thing. I do a lot of house building construction in the Philippines. If you want to build a house in the Philippines, I know how to hook you up there. I don't do a lot of advice. I've got some things on there that are advice for my time here. But if you get a visa right now, it's going to change on you. And, you got to do different things pretty soon because they're changing the laws. So to jump into the visa advice thing, I'd say just like Scott here, he's coming over here, and it's going to remain the same. Pretty soon, though, as soon as they pass it, instead of 30 days, you're going to get 59 days uh, free right off the bat. So maybe by the time December rolls around there, Scott, you get the 59-day free, which will save you a little bit of money. Let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm up and I'm ready to go by then. Had the coffee. Hey, Mom, will you make me some coffee? Mama,
What?
will you make me some coffee?
Tomorrow morning?
No. Tomorrow morning. Let's see.
You want coffee now?
Yeah, so yeah, Scott, yeah, it's already been put through the Congress here. All they have to do is get it through another reading or something like that, and then it goes to the president and he signs off on it. 59 days is free visa there when you coming into the country. Probably, I'd say by December they'll have it done, but you never know. In the Philippines, it might not be done. Uh, but just my thoughts. I think it's going to be 59 days signed off by the time December comes. Well, there you go. And you get that 59 days. That's what 7. Anyway, yeah, you could stay 5 6 weeks instead of 4, and not have to worry about no visa. They are going to change one thing. You're going to have an exit clearance. So the day before or a couple of days before you do leave the country, you need to go get an exit clearance from the and it's just not just you. It's everybody's going to have to. If you're leaving the country, you're going to have an exit clearance piece of paper that you get at the immigration. It probably costs you a couple hundred pesos, and they'll clear you and give you your paper in a few hours. Probably, I'd say by then they'll have everything. You're starting to be able to call in your visa extensions if you wanted to stay longer. You're starting to be able to call in your visa extensions, and by the time they implement all this, they're going to have a better. But see, they haven't done anything like this in a long, long time. They haven't done anything to With now they're going to do it, and they're going to modernize it, so it's going to be a lot easier, I'd say, a year from now. But like I say, I think by the time Scott you get here in December, it'll be 59 days, and it'll probably be approved by then, and everything will be good to go. That ECC though, you got to remember that a couple of, and I think it's 30 days. They're good. I think you got it. It'd be good to go in a few days before you leave to go back home, and that's great, man. Before you leave to go back home, is go ahead and get your ECC exit clearance, and at the immigration. That way, you'll know more by then anyway, because it'll be out on all these channels when it does finally come through. I don't know if you watch Jennifer Terry or the Eating Squad or any of those guys, but that's what they do on here is try to stay updated on the visa situation. But that's what's going on right now, because it come across my timeline on my newsline, and they have approved it in Congress. It needs one more reading, I think, in the Senate, and then the president has to sign off on it. Now that could take 6 months, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're ready to. Oh, good, Scott. I think they're ready to sign off on that. The president Marcos will sign off on that, and it'll be done 59 days. That's great for a tourist visa, and they're not going to change as far as extensions. You can extend up to 3 years on a tourist visa. You don't have to run and get your 13A if you ever get married or settle down or whatever. You don't have to get your SRRV right off. You can go 3 years and then leave the country and come back and start again. But anyway, so you got 860 days left until you collect SSI. Okay, good. Yeah, that's going to be good. Let's see. Cool, man. Come by and see me every now and then. If you ever have a question, though, Scott, and I can answer it, I surely will. But if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you that too. You know, and some of these guys in here might know the answer. Like Tim Deziak's been here 12 years, he might know the answer, but, like I tell everybody, this stuff changes, you know. Yeah, that's part of that new thing there, Tim. It'd be good for 2 years instead of one. Now, when I go to renew my my card, excuse me, when I go to renew my card, um, it doesn't cost. I think it's 300 pesos for me. I think yours is less. But 300 pesos, and that's just for 1 year. So no, I have to go every January, sometime in January, February, and get that card done. Now, but then I don't know. I have no need for SRV, and I don't like giving nobody money for nothing. It's just me. But SRV is good for some people, you know. Hand pink waving. Ah, okay. You leaving us, Mars, or you just waving? Yeah, military courtesy SRV is a great now. Yeah, 1,500 bucks in the investment in the bank, and you can use it towards buying a condominium or something else. I'm not sure the exact wording on that. I don't know if you can buy land or a house or whatever, but I know you can get a condominium with that money. Or you just leave it in there, and it stays there. Gains interest for the PRA, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what happens to the interest. But as long as you're here, it stays there. Yeah, I'm proud of you too, Tim. I'm glad you did. You've been here 12 years. You did the right thing. I'm doing the 13A marriage visa because I'm married and I don't have to put anything down. Just pay the little fees to get it going. I think it cost me for 13A probationary. I have to do it all over now again this year, of course. I think it cost me 30,000 pesos. And I'm counting gas and going to the MBI and everything that went around about 30,000. So I figured it cost me about the same this year. So you're talking about $1,000 anyway. I should have got a SRV, but I didn't have all that paperwork that they wanted, all kinds of things on it. Yeah, I know, Tim. I seen that. Oh, thank you, Mama. I got coffee. Tonight was not a beer drinking night, so I thought I'd have a little cup of coffee here. But yeah, go check out if you're ever interested in that the SRV, Scott. Check out Tim's video on that SRV. It's handled by the PRA, and it's different than going through getting visa like I'm getting. The PRA handles everything, but you have to have a lot of paperwork that's I forget what the name of it is, but it's got to be stamped in the United States, and you got to have all the right stuff, like your DD 214. Uh, I think they got to have some kind of financial thing going on, see how much money you make, all kind of stuff. But I forget what they call that they do. Apostle. You got to have a lot of apostle papers, and you can only get that done really at in the United States now. The PRA is going to help you out to do that if you was to get you a SRRV. So you probably won't have much problem anyway, but it's going to take time because if you don't have it possible before you get here, then you either take a trip back home or you just wait on the PRA to help you through that, and waiting on them to send it back to you. That's the whole thing. Am I right, Tim? You tell them if I'm right. But yeah, you have to have a lot of apostle paperwork. I knew that for a fact. Big Kevin, I like old Big Kevin now. How you been doing, Big Kevin? Thanks for coming by. We was talking about Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to you. I know you got kids, and happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. I know you all probably have kids, or you have a father, and that's good too. Big Kevin. Seen you. Well, I don't do many live streams anymore. I don't go to many anymore either. But I try to get out there to a few. Outreach and Anglers. Okay. But didn't you have to get all the paperwork, Apostle there, Tim? Tell us about that. Tell us about the paper apostolizing stuff. Okay, Scott. Hey, Scott, come back and see me, man. I'll come check out your channel just as soon as it's over and give you a notch. And everybody else too. Golly, I've been here over an hour already. Let's see. Hello, Big Kevin from my wife. Let's see what Scott's saying. Oh, he's running. Have a great day, Scott. Mars says all that good waving. That's cool. Betty, take care, Scott. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for coming by and see me, man. But yeah, so I went out there to that SM City and all those cars and stuff. I was getting a little nostalgia. And then all of a sudden I started seeing the drifter cars. They're brand new. They got the big high back seats and stuff. Happy Father's Day for Big Kevin. And it was that's what the thumbnail is. It's SM City, San Fernando, Pampanga, SM City, Pampanga. Because San Fernando is the capital of Pampanga. And yeah, they had all that nostalgia up there, ride for frees and stuff like that. So I guess you had your kids along, you just had to pay for your kids' rides and you could ride for free. Hello, Big Kevin from Mars. Hey, Big Kevin, what have you been doing lately? What have you been harping on? You been harping on anybody? You didn't have to send, but now they do, right? Is that what you're saying? Now they do, Tim. But before they didn't, but now they do. I don't know. I've never tried for an SRV. Hello from Tim Deziak, Kevin. Dang, I got an hour and 20 minutes on here already. Hope I ain't boring you guys to death. But yeah, so before they changed it, but now you got to have all those apostles on there. Am I correct? I know Tim, Tropical Tim, he got his SRV and he had to send off for a couple of those apostles too. Remember him talking about that. But it's not that difficult. Any of those visas are not that difficult. You know, they will help you out any way they can because they want their money. Yeah, now they got to send off all these papers and get these apostles and things like that. Kind of crazy. Anyway, guys, I've been here for 1 hour and 20 something minutes, it says. And happy Father's Day, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go visit some of you guys' channel. See if I can see what y'all are doing over there. Right when you got yours done. How lucky are you, Tim? So now if you get SRV, guys, you have to have a bunch of papers apostille. There's plenty of videos on it. You can look it up if you're going to do that kind of thing. I'm not going to do one of them. I'll tell you what the 13A does, though, whenever I go. The second time, I've already done the first videos for the 13A, but it's going to change a little bit because it's law changing. And when they get this law activated and really out there, then there'll be a few things that are different. But in overall, I think it'll help out the process a little bit at the immigration office for everybody, not just the tourists get the 59 instead of 30. It's a lot of good things. The ECC is the only thing I see that is going to change for everybody, and that's what it says. It says everybody. If you're going to leave the country from the Philippines when this new immigration law is implemented, which should be this year, you're going to have to get an ECC. That's the only hardship I see out of the whole thing. Let me see here. Yeah, and it could happen again like that, right, Tim? I mean, it happened to me. I said, "Wait a minute, you told me not to do that." The next day, oh man, I got to do that now. But no, it wasn't that bad for me. I have a wife that was pretty competent on all that, and I tried to help her all I could. She even wrote all the letters I had to write. I had, I mean, I signed it, but she wrote the letters to the. You got to write letters to the when you get a 13A. You got to write letters to the director of the immigration and ask him, if I can have that, and she's going to be my sponsor because we're married and everything. So when it comes up this year, we'll be married over a year, and it won't be as difficult as the last. And it says it's going to get even easier, so might not have to do much of nothing to get it. It does change, though. You guys have a great night. Have a great Father's Day weekend. I hope that your fathers, if you have one around, are doing well and will do well this weekend. If you're a father, you just have one wonderful uh, Father's Day. And all you ladies out there, tell your fathers happy Father's Day from me. That'll be it for me, guys. We'll talk to you as soon as I can. I might do a premiere tomorrow, a Father's Day premiere from SM City of today when I was there. But you guys have a great day. I'm going to finish my coffee and then go to bed, believe it or not. We'll talk to you later. Have a good